The following report contains some disturbing images.
An abomination. That is how the White House is describing these recent massacres in Bentiu. These killings are among the most shocking since the conflict began in December. The sight of bodies piled on streets, as well as in mosques and churches, has outraged the international community.
The United States strongly condemns the recent targeted killings last week of hundreds of civilians in Bentiu based on their ethnicity and nationality. Those responsible for these atrocities must be held accountable. We're also alarmed by reports of Radio Bentiu FM being used to broadcast hate speech.
As the community lies in tatters, the rebels and the government are trading accusations over who is responsible.
The rebels of Dr. Riek Machar violated the cessation of hostilities and have carried out a massacre in Bentiu town, where civilians were targeted at the churches, at the mosques, and at the hospital. It is one of the most disgusting events one has ever seen.
For their part, though, the rebels have denied responsibility, blaming it on retreating government soldiers. The UN mission in South Sudan says that as a result of the violence over the past few days, it is now protecting some 22,000 displaced people at its base in Bentiu. But even this does not guarantee their safety. UN camps have also been targeted in recent attacks.
We have, if I'm not mistaken, about 500 peacekeepers in Bentiu. They are doing their utmost to protect the civilians that have sought shelter in the UN base. But it is always good to remind the government of South Sudan of their primary responsibility in protecting UN premises and in ensuring the protection of their own civilians.
This conflict has very deep ethnic undercurrents. That is because it pits President Salva Kiir, a Dinka, against his former vice president, Mr. Riek Machar, from the Nuer community. Despite a ceasefire deal agreed in January, the violence that started 5 months ago rages on. Jakana, BBC News.